everyone. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. You guys guessed it. Yeah, we're back to talk Downton Abbey, season 1, episode 2. How is everyone doing? I pray that everyone has had an amazing Thursday, one day closer to the weekend. And for me, it's a long weekend. I don't go back till next Wednesday. We praise the Most High. Tyra, how are you today? And are you ready to get into episode 2 of All Things Downton? You're muted, my love.
I say I'm ready. You remember that? I don't know. I was gonna say episode, but I think it was part 2 of Halloween Town when everything turned gray. That's what it's looking like right now.
Confession.
But I am most definitely ready to get into All Things Downton Abbey. Episode 2 was cooking nonetheless. I'm impressed, honestly.
I honestly thought you might have said Pleasantville. However, confession, I've never seen Halloween Town. Never seen it.
You know what? We do this. Every time you do this to me, you embarrass me in front of company. You let me say these things.
Well, we're going to remedy this. We're going to fix it. I'm going to watch everything. Okay. This fall, I am watching everything. And before we get in, let's just say hello to the early birds who are already in the building. Anakin, not Vader. Hey, friend. Hope you're doing amazing today. Hey, pretty girl Danny. What's up? What's up? Hey, Bookworm 57. Hey. Hey, Rico. My partner Rico in the building. Hey, Gabriella. Hope you're having a great day so far. I agree. Mary is the sea monster. Yeah, I had to update that thumbnail because what we're never going to do is play these games with Lady Mary. She must be stopped. She must do time. She is the sea monster and Matthew is Andromeda. Let's be very serious. Sarah, hope you're having a great day. She says, hello, friends. Long weekend for me too. Period. Because here's what you do. When you have PTO and corporate holidays, you always request your PTO around said holiday. Just saying, it's 2 for the price of 1. Hey, Tony T, hope you're having a great day. Hey, A, what's going on, friend? Hello, ladies. I changed my whole schedule around to make this live. I know that's right.
We love to see
I know that's right. Hey, pretty girl Ashley, how dare you, girl? Don't play. You know I don't celebrate the Halloween, but I'm open to watch the movie.
You know how you be the main fall enthusiast. Like Halloween Town is very fall, so it's like I know Ashley's seen the Halloween Town movies. No,
baby, if it had Halloween on it, I wasn't watching it. But I'm moving forward, and I'm gonna watch it. Hey, TP, what's going on? All our husband, hope you're having an amazing day. And we need to just keep going till season 4. I must share my hot take with you. If all goes well, we'll be finishing out Downton Abbey. We will be coming back weekly to talk about it. Hey, Gramercy Place, what's going on? I'm looking forward to hearing what you ladies think about this episode. Well, without further ado, we're going to dive in it because, we're already here and we start here every single time. So, Tyra, overall thoughts on episode 2?
Great episode. Maggie Smith, please. Please, Maggie. Well, we would not belabor progress, ma'am. We about to lose limbs in life all behind you. I ain't gonna say now I want to speculate. I'm not gonna say that. But we were about to go all the way up and through there. I thought this episode was great. We even met some new characters. It's like it is an abundance of people here. You know I don't like a big cast. It's not my favorite thing because most shows have a hard time making sure they hit notes on every single person to keep you interested in whatever their narrative is. That is not an issue here. I am invested in the newcomers, Matthew and his mama. The do-gooders, the good deed. I ain't gonna be here and not have no job. I gotta have something to do with my time. It's like, yes, ma'am. I'm here for everybody. I'm here for the mess. I'm here for the tale of 2 cities. It's like, oh, I'm not here for Mary. Okay, don't piss me off, Mary. I don't know who lied to Mary and told her she was the cat's meow and she was cute. Baby. Please. Somebody told her, y'all didn't gas Mary up for her to even just be displaying this type of behavior like she's the pig of the litter. She is not. I need her to pipe down and be glad that somebody's trying to look your little sorry way. But other than that, I thought the episode was great.
Mary said she that girl forever will be that bee. Do you hear me? Mary said, why would I waste my time on the crumbs, on the peasant, when I can have, a big dog? Can you though, Mary? Can you? is the real question. Overall thoughts. I of course I've been over here before. I enjoyed Downton. I just really was reminded in episode 2 just what great writing really, really looks like in terms of character development, baby, because our villains are villains over here. And I just love the progression of the story. We get to see them in different situations, and their characters shine through every single time, even with the introduction to new. Because again, we already had an upstairs and a downstairs. We already had a full ensemble cast, and now you're adding additional people. But each of these characters bring something new and different to the story, which is rare. I love it. I'm absolutely here for it. Another very, very, very strong episode. Y'all know how we do it. We're going to go couple, or not couple, but character by character. I cut out a few because we didn't really get much from them. We'll just kind of do brief touch points on each of them and then get into the events of episode 2. Tyra, let's start over here, honey, with Cora and Robert. Cora. Now, for me, I really enjoy Robert. I really enjoy him. Again, he's a man of a certain era, but he's also got a sense of humor, which is so rare when we're introduced to a lot of period pieces, especially with the men who are running. They're either complete cads, right? Or they're very regimented, very strict, very, somber and solemn. Robert over here has a sense of humor. He can get into it. I'm not going to hold anything against you as far as your past, man, but you was really up there doing that. Like, you were really doing that. He loves his family. He loves the legacy, and he's willing to do anything to keep it going. Even potentially arguing with his wife, Cora. Cora, on the other hand, is very much one of those people to me, and I don't mind her character as the story goes on, but I really feel like she's a person who throws a rock and hides her hands. She set the tempo for the treatment of the Crawleys as they enter, and then gets mad when people are following her lead. It's very nice, nasty. It's okay for me, but it's never okay for you. And so this episode, I was warned with Cora a little bit. But Tyra, what are you thinking now of Robert and Cora?
Girl, don't piss me off. I said, girl, I was trying to give you a chance. Don't piss me off in episode 2 and have me have a bias and not like you. The way she was already pinched at the thought of that family coming there. It was the issue. You were loud and all outside how you felt about Matthew and his mama. But then when we hear it from our best good friend, our best good mate, it's the issue. And you want to come on down to the quarters trying to humble and, well, you will not. I declare. Oh, no, you will not. Girl, she already, I don't even like her speaking voice, okay? This is me really just getting into her. She had some dialogue last episode, but I felt like she was talking a lot. That scene where she went and spoke to Mary about what it was going to be and maybe you should give Matthew a chance because of X, Y, and Z. I was like, girl, shut up. I really don't even like your voice. I don't know. I feel like it's going to get on my nerves. It's this, even with that, she has like this mousy, like, well, girl, speak up. Speak up for the people in the back. Speak up for yourself. And if you say something, say it with your whole chest and stand behind it. You don't get to come down and reprimand us for something that you started. Ugh, Robert's great. Robert is a great individual. I really like Robert. Robert is for the people. Okay, you can tell Robert got it out the mud a little bit, and he know why he got into this mess. But I haven't lost myself or my meaning. He's meeting Matthew and his mama where they are this episode. No bias in place. This is what needs to happen, and we're going to be open and welcome to everything. Even when Matthew needed a little humbling his damn self, I'm still not going to judge you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check you, but it's going to be cute and it's going to be on tempo to where you can understand because we're all having a fish out of water type of experience here. Come on, Robert. Come through. Robert can come over to dinner. He can leave Cora's ass at home. She can stay exactly where she is. So.
Well, we need Cora money to keep the family line going, Tyra. She's serving a purpose. I'm gonna start with you, girl, because I got a lot to say about this hag, Lady Mary, Tyra, after episode 2. And did your opinion shift from episode 1 to episode 2? Because you seemed really impartial about her first episode. Like, I don't know.
It was going to be impartial because the Duke, I was blinded by the Duke. Okay, the Duke was standing in the way. I was like, get that Duke away from Mary. No, the Duke should have been on Mary. She needs somebody to match her energy. I don't know who told her she was somebody. And I'm like, baby, y'all hiding the cute one in the back. She don't get many lines. That's the cute one in the back. That's the bounty for beauty, the younger sister. That's the pretty one.
Sybil. Yeah.
It's not you. It's not you. It was never you, but somehow they made you feel like it was you. I am here for Mary being a certain kind of woman. There's something modern about her, but her personality outside of those things where she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to wear these pants. I'm going to go hunting. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But there's this pomp and circumstance like, but I'm better than that. Like, who are you expecting to knock on your door, girl? Who's coming? Who's coming for you, Mary? She just acts like she has all these options, and you would be great to even. Why would I even consider? Oh my God! Girl. Who are you? With your tight face? I just don't see it. I don't see it for Mary. I don't even want them. I don't even want them together. Just don't waste that man time. And the way he looked, like, oh well, if that's one of the daughters. No. Sybil's in the back. Go look at Sybil. Sybil's nice. You're nice. You're smart. You're kind. You're all
kind. You is good.
You is important. Go back there to Sybil. That's the one. Mary's blocking the real one. She's just I don't know. Her personality is just really, really trash. And she's acting like she has like all these frustrations pent up because I'm waiting on something or someone. It's not you, but it's like I deserve something more than what I'm being offered because I'm Mary. Girl, you're not that cute. And I just want you to know that.
Girl, this is what they believe. This is what they're feeding us. This is what Julian Fellowes does. He did it over there in Gilded Age with Mary, and we're supposed to believe everybody wants her. Anybody who walks by and smells that cootie cat wants it. We're supposed to believe the same thing about Lady Mary. And let's be honest. And Edith throws in some digs. Lady Mary, you're of a certain age, sister. In 1912, in them days, you're approaching spinsterhood, my dear. It's time for you to marry or get off the pot. And I think the prospect of a Matthew is better than what she deserves, honestly. Mary is already, I don't want to say a loose woman, but she's been around that block. She's been around somewhere else, but she is the eldest. She is the one with the mental fortitude, for better or for worse. She's the daughter that the father, I believe, wished was a son. Like, if we think about Outlander, Blood of My Blood, I think she's like our Merida, our Ellen over there. I think that she has prowess. She has thoughts as it relates to business and being this progressive woman. And so, like, I get it why she feels like, okay, I'm intended and I can find something better than him. He's not even worthy. I know he's your cousin. But for me, outside of that, because I get classism of it all, this is how she was raised and brought up, and her mother feeds that, right? But then on the other side of that, this idea that Matthew came to steal your family fortune, when he doesn't even want to be there, like the wrath, the disdain, the disrespect that she gives unchecked literally grinds my gears and tweaks my melons. I want to slap Mary all through episode 2 because you have all of the audacity, all of it. And Matthew's not perfect in this first episode, but she's the worst, Tyra. I remembered now how much I can't stand her for a very long time.
She has just such a pissy pretense. Like, girl, get over yourself. Like, why you like, who hurt you? Why are you so mad? You haven't even been out it's like she's upset that she isn't being offered what's owed to her, what's due because I'm Mary. Girl, please get out my face.
Please, Mary. And it's perpetuated. The other one's like, just love me, honey. And then we have Sybil, and I left her here. We didn't get a ton of time with Edith, so I threw her off. We didn't get a ton of time with Sybil, but I think the time and the moments that we did get with her were special because we do see a moment later in the episode where she's helping Bates save face, right? We get an uninvited guest visitor that arrives, and no, I'm gonna stay with you until my dad gets here just to make sure everything's okay. Sybil is a sweetheart. She is just all of the joy, all of the innocence, all of the exuberance that you would want in a daughter. She's the ideal in my book. Like you said, this is the pretty one, this is the sweet one, this is the nice one. She just enraptures all of the things when you think about the period and what femininity looks like and what being kind of like this dainty lady looks like it's all embodied in Lady Sybil. What were your thoughts of Sybil after this? And did they change between episode 1 and episode
I
2?
was looking at Sybil. I said, all right, I see it. Sybil is over there giving Mary. She was giving, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, she was giving Mary. I was like, all right, let me find out. Somebody lied. Where your daddy at, Mary? Where's your daddy, Sybil? Because you nothing of the sort with those other sisters. Sybil is cooking. Sybil, this gentle, sweet spirit. Mary, never short of a compliment or something to give, some kind words to share. She's just so nice. She's so good. And I'm like, don't ruin her. Are y'all gonna ruin her? Why is she so nice? She doesn't have like this ill disposition or anything. It's just like, oh well, I'm gonna. It's like, don't ruin her. Are y'all gonna ruin her? I don't know. I just hope because it's like she's like untouched, unshone by the world. Like she hasn't been admissible to any like misgivings or goings. Like she's not exposed to anything. It's like she's kind of being kept behind this gate. And well, yeah, all will be right with the world. And I'm just gonna give. It's very Snow White, but not OG Snow White because maybe not her. It's different and it's genuine. It doesn't feel like she's trying to gain something or she's trying to manipulate. She's just this good of a person. Don't ruin her. Are you gonna ruin her? That's all I'm worried about. Are you gonna hurt her? It's not gonna break her heart. I don't know.
Just watch and wait and see, and no spoilers. This is Tyra's first watch. She's literally only watched the first 2 episodes, guys. So please, no spoilers in the chat. But yes, Sarah, Sybil pays attention and does. Very smart as well. I can't wait to just watch her go and grow again. But now we have Mr. Bates and Miss Anna over here, honey. And it's very cute. Still waters run deep, Tyra. What do you think about the kind of, because it's very much subtle, right? But we see a polite affection developing between Mr. Bates and Anna. And I'm watching out for you. I'm walking down the steps with you to make sure you're good. Like, what's on your agenda today? What do you have to do? Oh, me, I have to. It's very, very cute. What are you thinking about Mr. Bates and Miss Smith, Tyra?
This little quiet romance. And look at y'all. Go and sneak off into some quarters down below. It's very cute. Like he's giving gentlemen. We'll see. I think it's going to have to be something really circumstantial to have like actual moves made. But we're laying the groundwork of like, I see you. Like I see you too. Like I care. And we knew she cared, honey, the way she was bringing that tray. Baby, I'm out here. Let us know where you're going to be at. Because I'm going to worry about you. My man. It's that. I'm scared for them. Like anybody down there in the deck below in the quarters, shout out to Titanic, their relationships just, we get them together and then we separate them or some ill happens. I'm just nervous. And we don't know anything about Mr. Bates. When we had the, what's his name? The main butler? This episode?
Carson, Mr. Carson.
When we had like somebody knocking the door, I was like, oh my God, I hope don't nobody pull up about Mr. Bates. I'm just nervous. It just seemed like he'd been through there.
He got a story past.
It does. I don't know. I just feel like he's been up and through there, and I hope don't nothing happen. I don't know. Just don't get them together and get us settled with them in these polite affections that's going to grow into probably love and longing, a little lust on the side, and then shat on their relationship. Don't do that, show. I know what y'all be doing. So I'm nervous for that because you just don't get to prosper. There's always going to be a burden. And I would hate for Mrs. Smith because she's very polite. She's very nice, very caring, very concerned. I would hate for this to be kind of like what we get over there with the chef and the maid in the Gilded Age. And it's like, well, there's always going to be an obstacle. We can't progress because of X, Y, and Z. Let them grow. Let Mr. Bates be somebody and take her out of this situation and live on a low and off on a hill in a little small cottage where they sip tea and live their best life. Don't ruin this for us.
Tyra, a little bit of optimism.
I'm sorry. I hope all goes well.
Let them cook a little bit. But no, I love Miss Smith. She is all things kind and nurturing and caring and a keeper of secrets, right? Because even when she sees Carson absconding with the potatoes and the vegetables, why would I say anything? I would never tell on you. I was never gonna say anything. And even Bates trying to save face, like, let me ask these context clues. Who are you coming for? Okay, Anna, go run out there. You can run. Go run out there and get Carson and have him come back to the house so we can kind of circumvent what's about to happen and let me kind of play PR. While Bates, to me, is really the observant one, watching everything go. He knows everybody's tea. At this point, don't do nothing around him. True player for real. Do you hear me? He knows it all. He's watching. The thing about it is when you get people like that, it's either one of two things, right? They're either very calculated and have an intent of using that as a form of manipulation, or I'm watching just to see, okay, what's happening around me, and maybe I can hopefully be of service at some point. And I think for Mr. Bates, it's the latter. But I like them together. I enjoy them. I want them. I want to see what's next. I want to see what's next for them. Now, let's go over here, y'all, and Tyra will be right back. You, Nartha, let's see. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She says, Sybil gets on my nerves, though. All that 1900s teen beat energy. Call me Boo, Missy. I like Sybil. I think Sybil... I kind of like her youth and innocence and like her naivete, especially when she's in the setting with Edith and Lady Mary and they're talking about other things. And she's like, well, I just like them. I just think they're great. Like, something about that to me is refreshing, especially now in the age that we're in and everything that we see. I like to see a person of a certain age kind of conduct themselves, in that age realm or whatever, but I like her. But thank you, Boo, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you so much. Let's ease on down this road. What'd you say real quick? Kaiwan, Sybil is the greatest love interest ever on the show by him and the guy, but she would ignore that as a blonde hair guy until we leave I'm not going to read it. I don't want to spoil nothing. Hey, Dread, what's going on? Okay, now we're over here to Mr. Barrow and Miss O'Brien. I didn't know if they could get any worse. But yet they are. Miss O'Brien, there is no good thing about this heifer. I forgot again how much I could not stand her. And this reminded me all over again why I hate this lady down and why Armstrong on the Gilded Age could never even stand in the same room with Miss O'Brien, because you think she's bad now. When I tell you it gets so much worse, when she was in there and said, calling me her friend, who does she think she is? I'm not her friend. She would have me out on the next whatever. She's not even supposed to be running me. Like, Miss O'Brien, go find another job. Go do something, smoking your cigarettes, doing your needlework. I'm over her. And as far as Thomas, we did get to see a very human side of him. Kind of cutesy and fun. And, to me, he just kind of epitomized, especially to like an innocent Daisy who's just fawning all over him. He's cultured. He can dance. He's always properly coiffed. He looks good. He's up on everything. And it's just, oh God, it's just the worst of the worst. He's so terrible. But I will say, I thought the dance in the kitchen was very, very cute. I thought it was a moment, but I hate it for Daisy. But we'll get into that in another slide. I despise the both of them. Yeah, I mean, I'm using the word friends very, very loosely, but for all intents and purposes, that's what they are. They got each other, and that's all they got. Tyra, are you here? Are you able to answer? No? Okay. But yeah, let's see. Allies, not friends, actually yelled at the screen, which was trying to go toe-to-toe with Cora. Yeah, now, that's kind of the thing. Like, while I don't appreciate Cora coming downstairs into their domain to really assert and throw around her power after she hears what she said about the Crawleys, and we also find out that Mr. Barrow has applied to be the butler over there. And she's like, why? When he should be a butler himself. Like, he's nobody. And then, of course, Cora overhears and decides that she's going to take this moment to check her in front of the whole staff. Like, who do you think you are? You would never talk about Crawleys. They are invited guests over here. And she says, well, you don't like them either. Well, that's my business. That was before. Now that they're here, they're family, and they will be respected. And if you can't deal with it, I'll deal with you later. And Miss O'Brien's like, she shouldn't have done that. Mr. Barrow was like, she shouldn't have done that. And we, of course, have the maid, the top maid in the house saying, she can do whatever she want to do. This is her house, and you guys are going to respect it. I want to know, well, everyone in the chat, I think, has already seen it. And we'll just wait for Tyra to get back, and we'll double back to them when she gets here. You said, kudos to the actor, though. You know they're good if they make you hate them like that. Absolutely. These are all very well-trained actors and actresses. They deliver. They convey the message. Are we back? Are we good?
Barely, sure.
Okay. Mr. Barrow and Ms. O'Brien this episode, Tyra.
Disgusting human beings. Miss O'Brien needs to be put out to pasture. She needs to be shot. Take her out back and do the Lord's work real fast. I don't understand why you would want to keep anybody that has this much of a disdain or it's not even just a disposition for the upper class or whatever. It's just she's just mad. She's acting like she was brought over here on the ship and they then forced her into roles of servitude. Ma'am. She's just a strong, like, dislikable person. She's disenfranchised with life. Everything is disgusting. I'm scared of this lady. Because, like, what are you willing to do because you're disappointed in yourself, in your life, in your station? Like, girl, change it. She is so mad, and I feel like she's pouring that on Mr. Barrow here. And he's soaking it all up because I'm miserable too. This is where he could be as an older man with this, because I never amounted to whatever I thought I could be. Like, girl, she's a despicable person. I hope whatever it is, I hope it all stays in the kitchen. I hope it all stays, Millie, mumble mouth, whatever. Keep it over there. Keep it on the porch. Girl, what are you going to do? You going to put something in the people's food? What are you going to do, ma'am? I don't know. I don't know.
They're both dangerous.
She's very dangerous. And I'm like, it's very prevalent how dangerous she is. So I'm like, why would anybody go like, okay, yeah, let's just go on and keep her on? And even with the talk back, girl, who are you talking to? You work for me. Whatever I said goes. Like, she's a weird one. Mr. Barrow here in the closet. He mad because he in the closet. I'm not gonna give up on him. He maybe has potential to be something away from this. Like I said last time, I feel like Miss O'Brien is going to go a step too far, and it's going to snap him back into reality. Like, okay, well then I didn't know you were going to do that. I didn't want this person to die. I don't know what she got up her sleeve. I don't know what poisons that lay in her lair. Who knows? This is an old broad, an old lady with old tricks and old anger. She needs to go. I hope she gets fired really, really soon. But this is a messy show, so she has to live there.
Yeah, if you think about the Gilded Age takes place, like 30 some years before this. They're in 1880 something. We're now in 1912, but we're across the pond. And honestly, still, even in the early 1900s, people who've lived a life in service based on their upbringing really felt locked into that life. And I do like and enjoy how the show plays into that, or at least we kind of get to feel it, right? Like, this is all I've ever been. This is all I can ever be. And it was very interesting and very progressive that we see in Gilded Age a Jack decide to be more, do more, pursue something, and he's supported in that. But again, that's a very American dream notion, and across the pond, it was just totally different. She feels like, this is my life. I have to make the best of it. There's nothing else I can do. I have no prospects. No, I'm not going to leave. So she can write me a bad reference going forward. It's like, thinking about what is the worst possible thing, and then also let me put up these walls so I'm not hurt again. Because any person who acts like this, it stems from either a deep trauma or a deep hurt. And I'm sure we're going to go down all through their family tree and all of the things.
I'm not go somewhere. I was like, girl, who would have you? Nobody's knocking in your door like, oh, we need Miss O'Brien on down here at the cookhouse. Girl, don't nobody want you.
And don't. And now we have Mr. Carson and Miss Hughes. Miss Hughes extending again all of the grace. And Mr. Carson with secrets. Tyra, what'd you think about Mr. Carson this episode?
You steal potatoes and rashes on your own damn time. And if I happen to see you, you don't give my name. You want to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth and mention Miss Smith. Make me pop you in the mouth, old man. I didn't appreciate that. It's like, oh, and she saw me and didn't say anything. Boy, we were trying to help you out. Soft shoe ass. I like Mr. Carson. I didn't like that because don't do that to me. I was trying to help. Miss Hughes. Miss Hughes is fun. I feel like Miss Hughes is at the age of like maybe she's gonna take a turn. Like maybe she's still be in the house, but unlike Miss O'Brien, where she feels so stuck and stagnant that she's lashing out and angry, I think she's gonna be out trying to get a couple of kicks so she can still get them and realizing there is a lot more than just what may be in this house, and hopefully she'll take Mr. Carson with her because you need to get out more.
Mr. Carson said, I lived a life. And we'll go back down through there. A life that's still chasing him. And finally, honey, we got Matthew and Izzy, honey. I'm going to call her Izzy. Big Izzy, not the little one. The Crawleys officially entered the scene. And Tyra, because we haven't talked about this at all, I want to know what you think of our Matthew and what do you think of Big Izzy, not the little one?
First of all, I like Izzy. She's fun. She's fun. Izzy's for the people. She said, baby, straighten up. We don't come into it like we know somebody, like we've been somewhere. Boy, like, come on. I like that she's soaking up this experience, but she's not adjusting herself to be anything more than whatever she was before they got there. I'm still going to be myself, but there's value and worth in this experience. If we're going to soak it up, son, act accordingly. Like, I'm here for it. It's a different aspect to just be in the house and get this kind of divide. I think it's going to be really interesting to have these people grow and find out new things. Like maybe he'll bring old girl off of her high horse. I don't know. I hope they don't see each other. I really don't want him over there with Mary, but he was looking all, everybody's Pepe Le Pew when it comes to Mary. Like, oh, I need me some of that. Don't nobody want Mary. But okay, there's that. But I like Mom. Mom and Violet are going to be very interesting. Izzy, Isobel, and Mom, they're going to be, and Violet, they're going to be very, very interesting because they're both women of a certain age, and it's giving competition. It's giving where Violet's going to be nice, nasty. Izzy's probably just going to be nice and right because I told you so. I think it's gonna be great. They might even they might bark on a little piece of friendship. I don't know. Violet's a little iffy in that area, but I'm interested in what Matthew and his worldly ways are going to bring to the house versus what the house can bring to him too. Because I thought it was just going to be him, but then we had to kind of correct him on his behavior this episode. I was like, all right, you may be enhanced also by this. It's not just you coming here as the mere lawyer and the middle class. Yeah, you can stand some correcting too, sir. Because who you talking to?
Absolutely, and I like that. I'll say this because again, we do get into a time period, especially in the portrayals that we see on TV and movies, where men can be very rigid and very stiff and very, and women too, especially in this time when they're kind of set in their ways and resistant to any change and can become very unteachable. I liked how we saw even in this one episode, we see a progression in who Matthew is and his level of maturity. I feel like, and him thinking beyond what he knows, right? And I love Izzy down. Big Izzy, not the little one. I love her down so bad. I think she's a representation of the new and what's coming, and that I'm not locked into a box because of my age or because my husband died or because of any of these things. No, I'm a nurse. Damn it, Jim. I'm a nurse. And I can be here and I can do the things. And also, son, no, like, this is their way of life. We would expect if someone came into our home to adapt to our way, and we must do the same here. We don't want to disrupt their ecosystem. We're here to learn and find out and what's going on. And honestly, I love the wisdom that comes from her. And I love how she's not afraid to fight back. Like, I'm not going to hold my tongue. I'm going to speak up. I think she's the epitome of everything Mary thinks she is. Like, Izzy's really that girl, to be honest with you, of a certain age. But again, willing to fight for what's right. And I think that's so rare to see that representation in this time. And so I just love it down. She saved somebody's life. Do you hear me? She saved somebody's life this episode. It's so interesting to me how much older she always seemed than Cora, even though they should be the same ages. Who is he? Is Izzy supposed to be Cora's age?
Who? What?
I
Man.
thought she was supposed to be child. I thought listen, Gladys is about Cora and Robert's age. I hope Gilded Age season 4 gives us some Downton backstory with the Crawleys. That would be really cool because in episode 1 we do hear some of the Astors died on the Titanic. So I'm very interested. It just sounded like the male Astors though. So I'm curious to see if Gilded will even touch on it in the next season or so. But now let's get into it. So again, it's set in September 1912. Matthew Crawley, a young solicitor, he's an attorney, is the new heir. He arrives at Downton with his mother, Isobel. They, the other Crawleys, and the servants all have difficulty adjusting to the differences in class and culture whilst facing some resentment from certain family members and staff. Isobel, having worked as a nurse during the war, pressures Dr. Carson into performing periocardencesis on a hospital patient suffering from dropsy and is made chair of the hospital, upsetting the Dowager Countess, who told us that she said, I'm the president and the CEO. CEO. That's what she said. And like that. So that's kind of the backdrop for episode 2. But initially, early in the episode, we see Mother Violet, okay, the Dowager, meet with Cora and is like, listen, the plan is to keep this bread in the family. So the best way to do that is to get Matthew to marry Mary. Mary, not the singing group. But the plan is to get them to marry. I think this is feasible. Of course, Cora wants to give some pushback, but Mother Violet is like, listen, let's be realistic. Let's be pragmatic about this. She's a girl. The money's never going to go to them. It's not a thing. So we have to get her married. And who better than a distant but kind of closer relative who seems to be, so far as what we know, okay, decent, on the up and up. And if they're married, he'll be obligated or obliged to take care of the family, the estates, the land, and all of those things. Tyra, what do you think of this plan? And what do you think of this uneasy peace? Because we know the Dowager don't mess with Cora like that at all. So it took a lot for her to even pull her to the side to have this conversation.
I mean, girl, do what you have to do. I don't know why we're moving. Like, I mean, I guess I could say why, because you see the same thing with baby Mary. Like, well, why do we have to? Because these are the times, hon. This is the way it has to be. So Cora does not have rights to that money. Like, this is the way to access it. My thing is, why we instantly think about Mary? Like, you have other daughters and other options that will probably be.
She's
We
the
have
eldest.
easier, because baby, the way that middle sister would jump at the opportunity. Girl, did somebody call my name? What you want me to do? I would love that. Like, it doesn't have to be the obstacle. We could go to Mary, but I like that she could at least humble herself and get to what we need to do. We found out what we needed to do last episode. Let's not as mad as we could be, whatever. That's not gonna keep the lights on. So let's get on over here and make peace. If it is all of that, don't mumble under your breath about it and about how you don't want X, Y, and Z here. Well, that was before they actually got it. Girl, please, just hush. I suggest that she acts accordingly. I think that this is a smart decision. It's the only decision there.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things at play. I do think it's because Mary's the oldest, of course. Again, not that people are supposed to have favorites, but I honestly do believe that Mary is Robert's favorite child. And I also think the line of succession has something to do with it as far as he's the closest relative. He's going to get the money anyway. And I think they just think Mary is the hottest prize for whatever reason. I really think that that's what they believe over here. And like I said, Lady Mary's a choice.
I don't nobody want Edith. Y'all, baby, Edith gonna make somebody a happy man. She gonna be. She wants it so badly. She wants so badly to be a wife and submit and play her role. Mary wants something else. I don't know just what it is yet, but it's given. It's given Snow White, and I'm hoping that she's not lost in her own ambition. And I want to be somebody. If you want to go somewhere, wake up and pay attention type energy. Meanwhile, you're kind of lost in the sauce, doing nothing, waiting on something to happen to you that you feel like should be your life, and everything else and anyone who's worthy is actually passing you by. Okay.
She'll be all right. Hey, talk about it. Matt, that's a good man, Savannah. Matthew is a snack. Mary's tripping. Mary is just so embroiled in her bitterness, and it's so dumb. For as smart as she claims to be, and as they'll continue to claim that she is throughout, the series, she just behaves so petulantly, like during these first episodes through this first season. I literally hate it. So now we have the Crawleys over, because come on over, and of course she overhears a conversation as she extends the invite, because they got to send her and her riding crop over to the Crawley house to invite them over. And Matthew's in the middle of talk, like, hey, I'll find me a wife, and it'll just be what it is. I'm gonna fire this staff because I don't need any of this. We'll be fine with a maid and a cook. I don't need somebody to help me get dressed. I don't need this and all that. Izzy's like, listen, like, this is how they do things. Don't come in here being disrespectful. Matter of fact, could you bring me a spot of tea? I'm a little parched. That trunk over there. Could you lay that out for me? Izzy's liking it. Quiet as it's kept. She's liking all of this, I believe. And so now they're invited over. Of course, Mary overheard some simple comment. And so now we have a dinner that really utterly and completely pissed me off, because I think it's indicative to how Mary is raised and how she operates and is handled in this family. And that's with kid gloves. Mary gets to do what Mary wants to do 24/7, because there's no reason on God's green earth y'all let her talk and disrespect this man how she did up on first meeting, like a first proper meeting. They're sitting there, everyone's eating, having a fine time. We're learning about who he was, about who Izzy was, the family, all of the things. And she's like, because do you read? Like, can you read a book? Do you know about Andromeda, Perseus, and the sea monster? The sea monster wanted Andromeda. And imagine her marrying a sea monster to get her out of this trouble. But then along came Perseus. Yes, he was much more equipped to handle Andromeda. And he said, yeah, I guess it depends on who Andromeda is. And I said, Matthew, that's right. Because don't play with a brilliant man at this table. But she's so disrespectful. Not Mother Violet, not her mama Cora, not her daddy really chimed in to do much of anything and stop this discourse. Quiet as is kept, though, I think Matthew kind of liked it. It kind of turned him on a little bit. And I hate that, because the good guys always go for the terrible women. Tyra, talk to me about this dinner party and how she cut up, because it was a travesty.
Girl, he can go over there and pick Marion in a pantsuit, a mean Marion in a pantsuit if he wants to, and go try to have your way. Because, yeah, Mary wants really badly to be male identified. She want to have her way out in the world, have her pick, do as she pleases, and that's just not afforded to her because of her gender. I think she gonna give him hell. I go through hell. I go through hell. Her sitting here at this table all unchecked. I think she's entertainment at this point. It's expected from her. She's probably been unruly since birth, and it's just like, this is just her. She's gonna, like, and they tried to paint it in the episode. Well, when she did try to go up and give her well wishes and goodbyes and hellos, we had Matthew say something slick about the house and like, oh, we're here. They both have this bias, but what you won't do is act like I'm not smart. Like, I don't have some sense. Like, well, what do you do? Well, what do you read? Do you hunt? Have you been outside? Do you, girl? Leave me alone. I don't owe you anything. I don't have to prove anything to you. She just has this girl. It's like she's been like, I've been through the ringer. When somebody's been through it and they're just like, she's on a fast train to be O'Brien Jr. Ma'am, relax. It's okay. I think she just wants something different out of life that this decade does not afford her. So nothing's ever going to be good enough or well enough. I think even if they do go all the way up and through there, because he likes this. He was like, ooh, that's why a lot of the men here are going to find her interesting, because she does have an opinion and a voice. But at a point, when does the opinion go over there in the birth of territory? Are you willing to pay those costs? Huh? You're willing to go down that lane with someone who's never satisfied when you're trying to do and compromise and give them everything, and it's just what I want, and this is that. I think she's an issue. She's a problem. Sybil's right there. So many other options here at this table, but it's like, oh, I like the fact that she has an opinion and she does speak up because Matthew's a certain kind of man also. But I think it's going to grow to be too much, and she's disrespectful, very
Yeah,
disrespectful. And then it's the fact, girl, you know what's at jeopardy right now. You know,
everything.
we could be outside. The help could be outside. Everybody, we could be on our arse, okay? If we don't get this situation cute, and we come to this table and go out of our way to make it uncute. But Matthew did get on her level, but how often and how long will you want to get on her level before? Okay, it's too much. I need to go see what Sybil doing in her bedroom.
Some people really like that kind of combatant nature. And like she says, I deserve something better and more. I can find a rich man and save the family. That's Mary. That's Mary's plan. I can find, my thing is, sister, you're no spring chicken. You done been down through there. And she's not old by any stretch of the imagination, but in those days, she's approaching her mid-20s at this point, like early to mid-20s. Like, it's a thing, sister. You're not going to be really, like Danny said, you're not the cream of the crop, baby, like that. Like, it's not what you think it is at this moment in time. And I do wonder if at some point it becomes a drag to argue with someone every time you have a meeting with them. Maybe that turns some people on. That would annoy me to no end. And again, this is just reiterating the fact that I believe Mary must be stopped. Mary is a danger not only to herself but to others. She's got no heart. She's got no heart, mother. I don't like anything about Mary. I don't like those eyebrows. I don't like her pursed lips. I don't like her severe jawline. I don't enjoy anything about Mary, and I just wanted to put a slide in there just for that. If you have anything to say, or we can go on.
Mary gives spinsterhood. Mary gives, when she does give whoever, even if it's not Matthew, it's just she can't be who she really wants to be due to the times. And I think it's gonna be hell and high water. I just want Matthew to stay away. She must be stopped. Somebody's gonna set her down. A situation's gonna set her down, or maybe if it's not gonna be Matthew, because I'm just that's not it. And I think we found out in this episode, somebody pinned her a little piece of letter or something, and it's like, well, maybe whatever that is, it's not gonna be all it's chalked up to be, and you're gonna realize, yeah, maybe Matthew is a little cuter than I thought. I think she's gonna be home real soon.
Girl, she really thinks she knows best. Arthur says Mary is 22 and see. Yeah, I said mid to early 20s. We'll see. Mary just she listen. I'm gonna shut up about Mary, but we'll watch her grow and develop. And I want to know from you, with Mother Violet and Big Izzy, not the little one, is this a friendly feud, or is this going to be a feud? Because we have a couple of bump heads at this moment. The doctor's like, I'm trying to keep it cute, but Izzy then came in here, told me she was a nurse, and then she want to try this experimental treatment I don't feel comfortable with. Fire her. I'm the president and the CEO. I said fire her. She is not one of my top employees. Get her the hell out of here.
That's a rough 22.
Listen, I'm just saying. Anyway, so now we're here, and it's like you can see that now every step of the way, it's gonna be tit for tat. It's gonna be like, you push, I'm gonna push back, because you're not gonna punk me, Lady Violet. I don't know who you think you are, Dowager, but I'm that girl. I'm Big Izzy. Tyra, is this gonna be a friendly feud, or is this gonna get nasty? What do you think of their dynamic, and how this is gonna go in the series?
I think it's gonna be friendly. Like, look at here, Violet. Okay, you can hate me all you want to, but you can't stunt or deny real progress. You can't. I think Izzy, she's gonna be, living large and taking charge, big boy, doing things in a major way to where it's like, well, I can't deny that, and she is right. And this is, well, I don't know as far as Violet and how she feels about the community, because Izzy gives activists like, I'm trying to get out here, I'm trying to do what's right, I'm trying to save lives. Are you going to be against that? How can you deny that? I think it has to be friendly. Like, you're going to be mad. You're going to have this anger, this deep rooted, like, okay, well, what can I do next time? You going to be down there with Miss O'Brien plotting on the pimping? I don't think so. I think it's going to be very friendly. And even maybe not instantly, but I think it's going to be one situation where it's like, okay, where you're not a foe, you're a friend, and If I don't have to like you to respect you. I do respect you, even if it's just respect. But girl, you can't be walking around there mad. Girl, you already old. Please, ma'am, no. Oh,
Not you already old. Yeah, we'll see what develops. I know that there is going to be a bug in the Dowager's bonnet after the events because Izzy turned out to be right, and we'll get to it, honey. Matthew's hangups. So again, we learned this episode that he is not comfortable with the staff. He really wants to fire everyone and start over. He is a humble man who takes care of and dresses himself, and really came in very hot and very disrespectful to these people who have made it their life's work to serve. And I don't think he saw it in that capacity until he actually takes a walk eventually with let me see, I know I got that somewhere. I'll probably start there. My bad. Do I not have it? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, there it goes. After he meets with Robert, right? They take a walk of the grounds and really to explore Downton. And he wants to know from Matthew, is it beautiful to you yet? And Matthew's like, he's like, no, you probably just see the disrepair, that after years, this is going to become a huge expense and all of these things. And, Matthew's like, yeah, I don't see it. He's like, this is a way of life. And he's like, yeah, well, you have me with all this staff. And he's like, do you know that this is these people's livelihood and this is how they feed their families and make a living? Would you deny someone their livelihood because you're a little uncomfortable with someone helping you get dressed? And so I think for him, that puts things into perspective. Before we get back over to him and Molesley, what did you think of this conversation and how receptive Matthew was to it?
I think they're going to meet each other in the middle. I do understand Matthew, especially just first, even if there is a bias before he even gets there. It is very indulgent. Like I said last episode, I thought that this was the Downton Abbey Hotel. I thought that they were getting ready to be our guest and it was going to turn into Beauty and the Beast. I was like, oh, it's just, it's very indulgent. So it's easy to look at it and go like, do you really need this? This is excessive. But at the same time, this is the status quo and we're not forcing anyone to be here. We're not forcing anybody to work here. In fact, a lot of people, the Carsons of the world, are really loyal and grateful. A lot of people like, what's my baby with Kane? What's his name? Batson?
Oh, you're talking about Bates.
Yeah, Bates over there. Bates, like he's grateful. This is everybody's going to turn me away. I didn't know y'all saw him crying last episode. I didn't know what I was going to do if I didn't get a job here. So where you may see this as, oh my God, this is just this means something to them more than it would mean to you if it was lost and you decided to do away with all the staff and we could take care of ourselves. And then, not even considering their way of life. This is how they've, lived pretty much forever. Why would you come in so hot and immediately try to take something away from them? If you want something, you got to give something too. People are going to have to make adjustments like we have him here as the lawyer. I still want to get out in the world and be myself and do work. I'm not just going to be here watching the lay of the land and doing the deeds. I'm a person. I was a whole person before I got here. So we can give and take. If you're going to continue to be Matthew the lawyer, let us be this. But they could stand to it. It is grandiose. So like, child, the corridors and doorways of staff, it's a lot. It's a lot for a house under 10, like, Lord. And that wouldn't even be enough. It's that. But I look forward. I did like the conversation that we had here, and I feel like they were both really patient with each other. And he gonna open some eyes. Well, that's a nice man. Like, what a nice little chocolate man. What a nice man. He's a very nice man. And I just like that he corrected him, but he didn't disrespect him or try to diminish why he wanted to get rid of some of the staff. But I do need you to recognize and understand why it's worth keeping them on. It was cute. I like their relationship already.
Yeah, and it's important. The people need their work and they need their livelihood. So that brings us back here. And so now we're back home. And again, he had been given mostly just the worst of the treatments. Like, I got it. I wore this one last week. I'm going to stick that on. I'm going to do this. But when we see after this conversation, he comes back home and it's a different Matthew. It's a man, I don't even know what to wear. I don't even know what cufflinks to wear. Do you have any suggestions? Or, man, I hadn't been able to get that out. How'd you get that stain out my jacket? And Mosley just felt like such a sense of accomplishment because he was complaining to Bates in the episode, like, man, I don't know what I want to do. He doesn't want me. Like, there's nothing. And we have to think about it as a man, as anyone who works, period. You want your work to mean something. You've trained for this. And for you not to be able to do it has to feel like a slap in the face. So him finally giving him some, come on, give him a pat on the back and giving him something to do, I think was super meaningful. What do you think it means for the future of this, I guess I'll call it a relationship with his butler? Do you think it'll persist, or you think it's temporary, or is this a permanent change for Matthew?
Child, when Matthew said, like, you a grown ass man. This couldn't have been what you wanted to do all your life. I know this. Excuse me? Who are you talking to, Matthew? Like, correct yourself. And he immediately like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Yeah, it shouldn't have even came out. From the moment he got there, he had something to prove. I don't need you to do anything. I can fix my own damn tea. Just let me get it. Just let me do it myself. I don't want this. I think he thinks that if he indulges in this, it's going to say something about his character and change who he really is. Like, don't sprinkle none of that on me. I don't like how none of y'all moving in this house with your little pompous selves. No, it's like, you know what? I like Matthew because he can compromise. He can compromise. And it's like, well, I probably don't necessarily need you to wait on me hand and foot. But if it means you putting food on the table and this is something that you've trained for, who am I to judge you or anybody else for your job? Help me out a little bit. What about that stain? What about, this actually kind of look good. This looks really good. I think that not only that, but with this house and the obstacles, I'm sure, are the people, friend, foes that have yet to come and what Matthew's going to have to take on. Because I don't even think he's really considered. He's so busy trying to preserve who he is. He doesn't, it's like, well, yeah, I'm going to be, no, it's not just all pompous and us walking around in high tea. There are actual duties and things that you have to take in for this position in this weight. He hasn't considered those things, and we don't know who's going to roll up. We need Matthew in the butler here. We need somebody. Same thing with Carson. You need your right hand there to tell you, well, what's up? They be knowing the tea.
They do. They know it all.
Everything. Like, they know and see all. So to tell him, like, well, you might not want to. I think it's gonna grow and become a really, really good friendship. He's gonna regret the day he ever thought that he was. You know what? We need to let him go. I don't need him. It's like, man, I need you, dog. I need you for real.
Absolutely. I love this. And I love Mosley's character in these first couple, or in this episode, our introduction to him. And I'm excited to see where we go from here. But I definitely thought that was a restorative moment. But there is a lot to be said about overconsumption, about excess, about all of those things that we talk about now, which is interesting to think about a period piece. And there's so many things we can think about present day. But easing on down this road, Tyra, damn it, Jim, I'm a nurse and I know what's best. He said, lady, I'm trying not to be disrespectful. Like, I'm trying not to put you out of my medical practice, but this is too much. And so even after the approval of Mother Violet, the president and CEO, to get her out of here, he says, you know what, this doesn't just mean this man's life. It could potentially mean the life of his wife, of the children. Like, he is the one that makes things run. Like, what are her prospects in the event that he dies? Well, she could try to keep on, Lord Grantham, he's, Earl, whatever he is very kind, and he probably won't just evict her, but that'll only last for so long. And so finally he relents, and they do the, injection of the adrenaline after they suck out the fluid that's around the heart, and the man wakes up. She was absolutely right. And now she's on deck. She's going to be working side by side with the doctor. Now, Tyra, I thought this was a very interesting picture that I found online. What do you think about the Big Izzy, not the little one, and Dr. Carlson? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Big Izzy said, baby, this is something the Lord has made, and I'm most deaf. I said, give him a shot. I said, hit him up with this adrenaline. And like, sir, please do not strong arm progress. And I understand, like, the practice, like, I don't want to jeopardize anything, but it's like, this man is going to die anyway. Isn't it worth it to take that chance just to see? But it's like, well, if we do this, but he was gonna die anyway. It wasn't like it was an if or where he's kind of clinging to life now. This could make it worse to where he dies. No, he was on a fast track to death. So let's just expense everything to just see if we could save his life. And I like that she didn't give up. She didn't, because so often, and she's older, so you could tell that so many times she's just been dismissed because she's a woman. We don't care your opinion. You don't know what you're talking about, and you don't like. No, listen. I think this really made him wake up and pay attention. And it's like, you know what? This is the start of something. I don't know if it's something good or something bad, but it's the start of something. This is the start of a beautiful relationship, because I can't get rid of you already. Y'all down here. Violet told me to let you go, and all this. Like, it's like, no. I could maybe learn something from you, and vice versa. I think she's gonna switch stuff up, and she's gonna be a light in the community, and they're gonna be hating assholes. We're gonna see. It's gonna be that girl all down in the streets, because where we have them maybe not too often leave the property, maybe she's gonna be out there. She's gonna be out there, and she's gonna be well known, and there's gonna be some haters, Violet, some haters in the back, worried about her every move. But we're not gonna worry about that, because she's probably gonna be doing good deeds for good people.
I love that. It feels like she is determined to live a life in service to others. One of the first things when they arrive is her saying, I'm going to live here. I need to know the people. I need to know what goes on here. Like, I want to be a part of the community and their lives. And I love that. I think people who move that way and have that, I really think it's a gift and a call. And so I love that for her. And she's a force. She's a force of nature. She's like a change maker. I'm excited to see all of the chaos that's about to ensue.
Yeah, because she has something to prove in that little house, because they're approaching her like, girl, what are you trying to prove? It's just us. You don't have to come in here on this kick. Like, what are you getting out of this? Nothing. I'm just here to be a help to others. And it's genuine. I'm genuinely a nice, good person. It's just like, oh, I didn't know those existed. Okay.
Not possible. We're all awful. This is not it. Now, the unexpected guest. And again, we kind of touched a little bit on it, because Bates answers the door because Carson's out running the streets, stealing food from the pantry, doing just weird behavior. I said, is he a crackhead? What's happening here? Stressing out, going off on the top maid because, what'd she say? What did she say? Did she tell you what I did? No, just like, she thinks that, oh boy is bullying, the little blondie or whatever. Anyway, we find out that this man from Carson's past was his stage play buddy, and that apparently there's some money owed, or he's blackmailing him basically about his past. And so while they're there discussing, Lady Sybil says, I'll stay in here. Bates is just kind of like, man, I was hoping, we could get this done before, big man gets back, Robert gets back, and kind of laughs. And quickly just makes change out of this man and says, listen, here's 20 pounds. I never want to see you again. If I see you again, you're going to spend 25 years in the Pinta. I'm not about to play with you. You came here for money. Here's the money. Leave Carson alone. Carson is just, am I done? Am I over here? He's like, nah, man. But you really was up there on stage singing and dancing? Yeah. He's like, do you miss it? Never. I never think about it. Shut up, Carson. You loved your time on the road getting kicks on Route 66. But what did you think of this whole thing? And did you expect Robert to act the way or respond the way that he did?
Girl, that's a good man, Savannah. So I was like, Carson, I thought he was selling drugs. I didn't know what the past was. I was like, Carson, please. The way Robert rolled up, it was very ATL. Saying, "Whoa, you didn't hit me in my mouth with some money." He said, "Just little fuck ass $20. Say this little $20, okay? Take this little $20, and I don't want to see you again. You will not disrespect myself, especially not Carson. This is my right hand." And the fact that Carson thought, "Oh, is it over for me?" It's like, could you stop being so dramatic? I was like, Carson, were you a shake dancer? Were you exposing your bits? Like, you're just a regular dancer. It's really funny with, the societal standing, like the standards from back in the day, to where something like this is what you were embarrassed about. Like, oh, it's over. I have to give him whatever he wants and sneak food out the back before he exposes me to the public. You ruined me. What? You ruined Carson? I was like, because I was looking, I was like, Carson, were you a shake dancer? Like, were you giving a little leg and taking it right back? Carson, please. You were just, your regular everyday. it was maybe a little piece of, not Nicholas Brothers level, but you were dancing, and that's okay. Like, you are a performer. The fact that he thought that this was the hammer, I know you better not bring Miss Smith in it again. I was trying to help you out, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to confess. She saw me and she didn't say anything either. Look here, Carson. You got one more time. You got one more time. I like that they had his back in this scene. And Bates hasn't been there for long. And I think he grew like a newfound respect, and like, I can trust these people. They do care about me. And that's crazy because he's clearly been there a long time. But even still now, he feels like he would be judged and just discarded so easily. But they had his back. They stood their ground. He was like, go through the way. When he opened that door, came through the front, invited himself. I was like, oh my God, what is he here for? What did Carson do? Did he catch a body? What does he know? Oh my God, look, I was a dancer, sir. Or should I pack my things and go now? No, Carson, you're fine. I'm going to give him this $20 and we're going to continue business as usual. Relax, good sir. It's okay, Carson. Carson needs to get outside. That's some grass.
Dredge, I know we said Carson acted like he was in drag doing the can. Listen, with the skirt above his head, that's what he acted like. But no, I think there was such great shame. I honestly couldn't remember, and I was like, was he a degenerate gambler? Like, I'm here to collect this money because you owe me a debt. You've been at the racetrack or something like that. But I mean, he did his little vaudeville number, I guess.
I think Carson been in them back rooms polishing silver too long by himself, and he needed to get out into the fresh air, because you couldn't tell me that he wasn't being a shake dancer back there selling drugs in dark alleys. Carson, you were just dancing and singing. You were a performer.
But we do have to think about the aristocracy of the time, and some people would have taken that seriously and could have potentially fired him. So, I mean, while he was extra dramatic, because I mean, you've served this family for 20 some years, Robert, like,
what
know him.
Got him fired to me was you lying and stealing about it, because we need to be able to trust you, Carson. Yeah. That's gonna make you get. Oh, sir, should I pack my things? That's gonna get you to pack your things, Carson. Lie again. Put Miss Smith in your mess again when I was trying to help you out. Don't do that no more.
Lord. Now we know these two are going to back each other up always, but now enter Daisy, because he taught her the bear dance. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier, is that I think to a young girl, Barrow can come across as very charming. He's always properly coiffed, honey. He's always to the beat. And he gives, I can dance, I can sing. I'm a little cultured. I do a little thing on the side. I drink my brandy and a sniffer, and I've got ambition and goals. And baby, she want this man. She want this grown man, and has no clue, baby. When the cook said, yeah, he's not like anybody. He's not like anybody. Sugar. Talk to me about these two waxing worse and Daisy's crush, because they getting worse by the day. I think by the end of season 1, we're going to see a lot from these two.
Just leave. Go onward and find your way, you mutts. Just go. If you think you deserve and can find better than your it's like this is owed to me. Nobody owes you anything in this house. If you happen to move up or get this position or whatever you're trying to acquire, that's great, but nobody owes you anything. They're acting like something was snatched and we're gonna get it back in blood, because how dare you? Like, they're so mad. They are so mad, and that is just a combination for people to do something stupid and somebody getting hurt, all because you're mad about your life. I mean, I don't expect everyone here who's in a road of servitude to just be happy, because this may not be, what I want to do. We know it. A lot of people hate their jobs, but you're trying to disperse that onto other people, and you're a nasty individual. Miss O'Brien has nothing good to say ever.
Nothing.
At least Mr. Barron here, he has a little light about himself, but Daisy, like Daisy said, he touched my hand. It's very, I'll never wash these hands again. It's very that. It's very that. Poor days, any days to wake up. This little baby over there who had the torn jacket, and Carson told him, don't you ever come down these steps. You go patent that right now. Patch it up right now so we can get everything together. We run a tight ship around here. We mean business around here at Hillman. Don't be coming around here with holes in your jacket. That boy, is his name Thomas?
Yeah, Barrow.
Girl,
Thomas Barrow.
Dude, let's go over there.
Oh, no. This is Thomas Barrow. I can't remember the other little footman's name. My bad.
Whoever the other footman is, Sweet boy. Sweet boy. That's the one that brings flowers. Okay? Go over there, Daisy, with your little bread and be
Daisy,
butter.
Daisy,
She don't get her feelings hurt. I like Daisy. She gives me anxiety a little bit, but I like Daisy.
Daisy don't have a
Daisy,
clue.
Daisy just be trying to be on like, am I getting fired today? Oh great, I'm not. I live to fight another day type energy. I hopefully Sparky doesn't, get her feelings hurt trying to chase behind Baron. But
Yeah.
these two, something bad gonna happen, and I don't want to be there to see it.
Oh, it's gonna get messy. But yes, Miss Patmore, thank you, Karen. Mrs. Patmore is the cook. But yeah, she's always Daisy. Daisy, get somewhere and go sit down, girl. Like just go where
The
you
life.
want.
She trying to dance. I didn't appreciate that. She was down there trying to cut a rug and two step. We only get so much light down here. It's like, oh, get back to work. I'm like, do y'all have a whip? And
I've
I'm
never
like,
seen the bear. Have you seen the bear dance before though? That was very interesting to me.
no, but I'm like, let Daisy, like, don't suck Lazy's light out. There's still some light left in her. She's not, all down about her life yet. Let her dance, Lord. Ugh.
Yes, William. That's the other footman's name. That's like the junior footman's name.
William's cute. Girl, over there with William. I think William's gonna surprise us because he's the one who's gonna get it. Because he's not. It's like, I'm just fine with the status quo and the way that life is, and I'm just gonna work hard. And I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to do it. They act like we deserve this because you owe it to me. We don't owe you anything, you losers.
Don't owe you a thing. Tyra, predictions for episode 3. Any predictions? Anything you think or anything you want to see happen?
What I want to see? I want to see some more Sybil. Okay, I want to see Matthew go like, oh, she real cute around the edges. Let me go see what's up. Go over there with Sybil. At least go entertain the other sisters a little bit before you take your ass over there into purgatory with Mary. Okay, just go entertain it, even if it's not going anywhere. Just go and weigh your options. Let them know that they're loved, they're desired. It's not all about Mary. I want Mary to get humbled. Okay, even more. I need her to get humbled. It was like a peak of light from Mary and Matthew till it was like, oh well, there's more than meets the eye. He probably has read a book or two. Maybe Shorty can swing my way. Whatever, Mary. I still want her to be humble because maybe it's not all about you. It's about the family right now. And I think she would be. It's not like Matthew's. Because baby, that Duke, he's not even a terrible man, and he's willing to compromise. I feel like there's some good things. Something's good coming as far as Matthew is concerned. He's gonna be a man's man, and you want to turn that down for what? Because you're waiting on who? Jesus? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she wants, but I want to see that. I want to see these two have a little moment. I don't see Violet admitting like I was wrong. You did a good deed. Like that'll do, pig. That was great what you did. You did save a life. Maybe we can work together on some blah blah blah. But Violet is gonna fight until she can't fight anymore, and then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, this is undeniable. Maybe they're gonna have some friends because they're gonna need it. This family they need them. These are the matriarchs. They need both of them to progress and shed some light on some things that they might not be seeing because Violet's going to see and watch everything. Why not have a friend while you're doing it? Please become friends. Cora better be quiet. I don't want to hear nothing from her. The less lines Cora have, the better. I just really don't like her voice. Is that really mousy? And I didn't like her trying to come at Miss O'Brien for something that she started. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, hopefully they take old Yeller out back and shoot her. But other than that, that's all. Take old Yeller O'Brien out back, put her out the pasture immediately.
Tyra, please.
Serve her time.
That was the Downton Abbey season 1 episode 2 live discussion. You guys, if you're not already, go on, hit the QR code up just right up here, and join the Discord because we watch it. We watched it last night in the Discord together. We watch stuff all the time together as a family in the Discord. So make sure you're a part of the community. We do all sorts of fun stuff over there. And if you're a member, you get even more. Just saying. It's a lively, fun, safe community. So be a part. Tyra, anything else you want to let the people know before we get out of here for the evening?
Tomorrow we will be getting into Peacemaker. be on the lookout. Season 2, episode 3, the latest episode of Peacemaker. We also getting into Juicy Smouye. Juicy Smollett and the truth about Juicy. We'll be shedding some light on that as well. But, be on the lookout. You never know what could be added, what could be taken away. Might be a fine man rolling down. I don't know. This isn't a fine man crowd. We're in here for Downton Abbey. Y'all don't get a fine man. We're poised over here. We button our shirt all the way up here to the top.
Yep, we're covered up. No titties, no cleavage for Downton.
Mm-mm. Well, that's not the status quo over there for the fine man, but that could be a thing also. But yeah, just make sure to come through and support whatever we're doing, please.
Let's see. Princess says, "Can y'all do Downton a tad earlier so I can watch it with y'all, depending on your schedule, of course."
Princess, I can try. I'll try to stick to. It's really hard to try to stick to a definite time. But it'll still be on the same day, but I'll try to have it regulated to where you guys know where to be every single time. But I'll let you know in the Discord.
Because you're in the UK, right, Princess? What time is it there? Or you can let us know in the Discord. But yeah, we'll try to accommodate you. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Like she said, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment, drop a chat. If you like the Downton discussions and want them to continue in perpetuity, because we got a lot of seasons. I hear there's new stuff dropping. There's going to be a Downton Abbey special in 2 weeks coming out. Let us know. Let us know how you feel about it. Let us know that you like it, that you really, really like it. And we will see you guys. Unartha, I believe it's going to be Sunday, right? We have it for Sunday. And then we're going to have K-pop Demon Hunters discussion on Monday night. Don't ask.
I'm sorry.
Don't ask, don't tell. Okay, so she said it's 1:35 a.m. in the UK right now. Okay, 6 hours ahead.
Baby.
Ooh.
Let's see what we can do, Princess, to avoid that. I would definitely try to have it earlier in the daytime, because it should work. I'll figure it out, because 1:35 is crazy. But thank you.
Yeah, so 6 hours ahead of us. Pretty Girl says, okay. All right, y'all. Yes, no problem, Unartha. We'll be here with bells on. It's already set up. We both already have it set up on our pages. So just hit the notification so that YouTube will actually send you one. Or if you're a part of the Discord, we've been trying to, or like the people, Rico, Anakin, and them, they'll try to post when we go live. Pretty Girl will do it. So just make sure you're there and you'll get a notification either way. But we love y'all. We thank y'all for the support. We appreciate it. And we will see y'all tomorrow night for the Peacemaker.